recording now, Jason. So think of something witty to say.
Nope. It's not happening.
Okay. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Red, White, and Blues podcast, World Cup edition. I'm Daniel, and that guy down below me is Jason. How you doing tonight, man?
Whatever it is. Yeah, the non-witty guy down below you. There's nothing there, man. I don't know. I blame it being in my 40s and the elasticity is gone. So I just have been watching the World Cup that looks awesome. I have no idea what strategy is happening. I don't know formation. I don't know who the players are. I was like, that curly-headed guy looks like he used to be one of our players during the Spain match today. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm here. I'm alive. A lot of World Cup stuff going on. We just figured tonight we would talk about the World Cup because there's a lot of controversial shit that's happened in the last 24 hours. And a lot of I don't know. It's been a crazy World Cup, and I think this is one of I don't know if it's just because I've actually been able to watch more of the matches than what I normally do get to watch. But I do feel like this has been one of the better World Cups in years. Just from matches, just the stories with Cape Verde, their story and them taking Argentina to the brink, and the England-Mexico match last night, which we both watched, even though it was delayed an hour. One of the best matches of the World Cup so far, in my opinion. It's just been an emotional ride. But then you do have some stinkers like Spain and Portugal today. What a shit show. What a terrible match that was and I text you this, Portugal was shit because of Roberto Martinez. Why you think a guy that can't do anything with Belgium's golden generation is going to be able to do anything anywhere else as a manager? It should disqualify him. He ruined Belgium's golden generation. He ruined Eden Hazard's Belgium career. Why would he be able to do anything else in Portugal? I don't know. But it has been a crazy World Cup so far.
I echo that I've gotten to watch a lot more World Cup this year than I normally do. I even took off today for the Spain match. And then my internet went down on my workplace, so I timed that perfectly. I was already going to try to figure out how to take off for the France-Morocco and then for the Friday match coming up too. So we'll see if they let me. I made no bones about it either too. I was like, I'm taking off work today to go watch the World Cup. And they were like, who are you cheering for? And I was like, nobody. I'm just watching the World Cup. And they did not blew their minds at work today.
Typical people in America, Jason.
Typical plebs, American plebs, don't know what they're doing. But I agree, man. I think that the World Cup, notwithstanding how Iran were treated at the beginning of this cup, and notwithstanding the red card controversy we'll get into in a second, outside of those two kind of controversial things, and then you can add the Peace Prize last year, I guess.
That's a FIFA thing, and we already know.
It's not really part of the World Cup, but it kind of goes into the special relationship Trump is commanding over this World Cup behind the scenes a little bit. But I think it's been an outstanding World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of watching all of the world come to America and realize it's a pretty cool place, and then watching the players enjoy Haaland getting Texas barbecue the other day, and then watching the sheer sportsmanship throughout. I know there's been, you could talk about Paraguay and you could talk about Mexico City a little bit, I guess, or Mexico, but there's always a little bit of hair and ball stuff with any country south of the United States anyway.
You're right.
So that's just part of the game too. So it's just all of the things, the drama, the matchups, the storylines. It's been one for the ages, I think. It's been an incredible World Cup, and I wasn't even that excited about it beforehand, but the crowds have been awesome. They've had people at every game. I think a lot of the stuff that we were hearing about from in the beginning before it even started, like in the lead up to it, about how it was going to be bad and nobody's going to go. I think all of that's unfounded. I think it's just been an absolutely amazing World Cup so far. So I don't necessarily want to praise FIFA for anything.
Yeah, let's not do that. That's going a little too far, Chase.
Yeah. So I'll stop there. But I'll just say I do think the World Cup's been a success. Whoever behind the scenes, outside of the bozos that are always in the talking points, again, we'll talk about that in a second. But like all the people who have made it happen, I think they deserve a lot of credit. I mean, this has been a great World Cup and a lot of great play. And it's sad. I was sad that Portugal just lost because I want to see Ronaldo play more and more. And it's just sad that it's like, I don't know. Knowing Ronaldo, he might be back for the next one. But
who knows? Who knows that guy?
But yeah. So anyway, it's kind of the end of some eras. I mean, this is probably Neymar's last World Cup. I mean, he already came out and said that it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's Ronaldo's last World Cup, Messi's last World Cup, Neymar, whatever. I mean, like I do love the fact that we were trashing Neymar last night, and then it's like, oh, he's Brazil's top goal scorer ever, and it's like, oh well, still
it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I think we're still a little jaded over Neymar shunning Chelsea back in the day. Whenever I was hitting F5 on my keyboard every second of the day, whenever he was making his decision. But yeah, it has been fun. But I mean, it hasn't been without controversy. And I mean, the biggest one right now involves the U.S. And Florian Balogun, or Baloney, as I like to call him. And I text Jason whenever I text Jason, I just say Baloney scored. But with Balogun, it's one of these weird situations, man. Like, was it a red card by the definition of the law? Probably, but like you would like to see the refs use some like logic in that sense and see that it wasn't intentional. Like he never looked at the guy, he was playing the ball. So yeah, like whatever. And then you go to replay. It's in the FIFA rule book that you're not allowed to use slow motion. You're not allowed to stop the replay like on his foot, which they clearly did. Like that's not allowed. It's in the rules. So like there's controversy on that end of it. It wasn't whatever. And then it brings you to the, Article 27 or whatever it was that they used to let Balogun play. Essentially, it's like they're not rescinding the red card. He's just going to serve the suspension after the World Cup's over with, essentially. So
it's a probationary period for a year, but like they're not doing the probationary period yet.
Right.
Or something. I don't.
Yeah, he'll just sit out some random freaking match later on that I don't know. It'll whatever. But I mean, it's not without its controversy, and I get it. And then it's like you add in the Trump factor into the whole thing, and it's like how much I don't care if he had influence or not, like over the decision. Like we'll obviously never know that, but the appearance of it is that clearly he did, and like as much as Giafanti says that it was determined by an independent committee or whatever. We all know there's no independent committee within FIFA. Like, yeah, you call it independent, but I know FIFA too well. Y'all are a bunch of corrupt bastards. It's not independent. So like I understand all the controversy, but the thing for me is that people are screaming that this is like never happened before. It literally happened at the beginning of the World Cup. Ronaldo was supposed to be suspended for the first 2 matches of the World Cup, and they rescinded his red card because he's Ronaldo. And then, also, it happened in 1962. Garrincha got suspended in the semifinal, got a red card for Brazil, played for Brazil in the finals, and Brazil won 3-1. I'm just saying, like, this isn't like an unprecedented thing. If you go and read about what happened in the Garrincha situation, it's eerily similar to this. Like, political people got involved. Like, the referee that issued the red card mysteriously disappeared and left the country early before he could fill out his match report. So, like, I get it. It's controversial, but I'm an American. I'm happy Balogun's playing tonight because it gives us a lot better chance to win the match. And I would like to, for once, for only the second time in my life, see us make it out of the round of 16. Like, just make it to the next 8, where we will have to play Spain, and we will probably lose. But you know what? We would have at least made it to the final 8. So, I don't know. It is what it is at this point. Now, the optics are terrible, and I acknowledge that. Like, they're horrible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree with most everything you said. I mean, I think I hold a lot of opinions at the same time. And one is, that this whole thing's shady as shit. Like, I don't give a shit what Infantino says about Trump had no influence over the decision.
Yeah.
Trump was all too happy to brag about it. And
and tweet this morning.
The dude is, I mean, he was even talking about, like, he did an interview about it too.
Oh, like, I didn't watch the interview, but I saw it.
The other part of the controversy is, as soon as it happened, FIFA came out and said it's like Article 10.5. No, can't overturn it. There's no mechanism to overturn it.
Right.
So FIFA had already like tried to squelch it. And then, like all of a sudden you're telling me the president of one of the host countries that you've already given a peace prize to, that you just made up on the spot because y'all are kowtowing to Trump for whatever reason.
Y'all buddies.
Man. Yeah. Like y'all are letting him run whatever he wants to run, and you're telling me that he didn't have influence. So the optics are shit. FIFA's already corrupt. I think what people will be upset about is, I mean, one, like it reeks of corruption, and
it does.
The added benefit of it is how brazen they are about it now.
But that's FIFA for you.
Yeah. And then the Belgian team was coming out and just like, we didn't get a heads up until very late. They said, like, you only had this many hours to do whatever. Yeah. They were just looking for answers, and so they appealed to get answers. And then FIFA was like, oh, actually, by the way, you're not a party to this, so you don't get to appeal. So it just is like, it is corruption on its face, but at the same time, right? So there is that, and I do hold these things. That I believe, and I will always believe is corrupt. I don't give a shit what they say.
Oh yeah,
and then also, I did not think it was a red card. Like, I thought that was a very, very overuse of the red. Like you said, I even asked this last night. Like, they keep sending the refs to the monitor. Like, is VAR not making any decisions in the booth?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. VAR has felt weird this whole tournament.
It has.
Anyway. And so, and usually when a ref goes to a monitor, it doesn't feel like it's going to be upheld. It feels like it'll. But there's a whole nature of, there's a whole nature of like, hey, go look at it again. And then, like, do you come back as like a normal human and you're just like, oh yeah, I still believe I'm right. Like most of the time it felt. I need to look up the stats on that. Maybe I'll look at it up in a little while. But so they keep going to the monitor, and then like when they go to the monitor, there is just a feeling of, oh, okay, well that's about to be bad, and then I totally viewed it as a stepping motion. Like he's not trying to take out his ankle. I've like recreated like visually the scene. I don't understand how that dude still has an ankle. That is impressive that it's not broken.
Yeah.
But there's nothing malicious about it. There was no intent in it at all. It was just one of those circumstances that just happen sometimes.
Right.
And like we get mad about that in other situations, like when you might go over the ball, or like you got the ball, but the follow through caught somebody, and like there is no intent there, and we still get mad if the studs touch the player and they give a red card. So I hold all of these things in my brain because I'm so happy that Balogun's there. I'm also like, okay, Belgium, now you have a chance to take on the president of the United States. Like, go out there and win the game.
Yeah.
Without Balogun missing, and like take on the U.S. at its full power, and its full squad, and go out there and give us the what for. Like, you have the opportunity now to basically tell the president of the United States to F off, because he is going to be the face of this situation. And then the other part of this is, God damn it, can Trump just stay out of anything? Like, we can't even celebrate winning the FIFA Club World Cup without Trump being involved in stealing medals and trophies and celebrating with our players. Like, just let the tournament happen. Like, you don't have to be there. You don't have to go to Madison Square Garden. Like, hardly anybody wants you involved in any of these decisions, my guy. Like, just enjoy it from afar and just don't insert yourself into the sports of it, because it should be. There shouldn't be this air of, oh, well, the president has this amount of power in terms of a sport that our country doesn't really care that much about, to be fair.
As a whole, yeah.
As a whole. So I'm just like, stay out of it. Like, we don't need you celebrating on trophies. He's going to be there. He's going to like get to hand out the trophy again for the World Cup. But it's like, we don't need you around. Like, the U.S. doesn't need you to insert yourself into their team, but he is the president, so he can do whatever he wants, I guess. That's literally what happened. So there it is.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, the optics are what looks so bad in this.
It looks horrible.
It does. And it's like, I think too, like, the thing is FIFA doesn't, like, when they come out and say things about, oh, this isn't corrupt, or that's not, wrong or whatever, like, nobody believes them, because they are a corrupt organization, always have been, always will be. Like, like Infantino saying the other night about the FIFA doesn't get any money from the hydration breaks, and it's all about the players or whatever, player safety. And I'm like, dude, okay, I don't know if FIFA receives any money, but I do know that the networks receive. Somebody's getting money. So it's about money. It's not about freaking player safety. Give me a break on that bullshit. But it's just, they're a corrupt organization. And like, for Sepp Blatter to come out and call out FIFA for the Balogun, I'm like, you have no room to talk. So you were like the most corrupt FIFA president ever. Like, brown envelopes ring a bell there, Sepp. Like, why was the World Cup in a country that had slave labor, Sepp? That was all you, because you got paid off. So it's just like, it's all that.
Would it read as controversial if it wasn't one of the host nation countries doing this? Like, if it was a different.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, say we weren't the host country, and this was in Europe, but Trump still did the same thing. I think it still would ring out as controversial.
Because is it controversial because of Trump? Like, say,
yes,
Spain's president did it.
I think it would still be an outrage. I think the politics of it, politics getting involved in FIFA, which we have seen more, which I think politics have always been involved in FIFA. Like, don't get me wrong, but it has been more forward facing over the last year with the United States and Trump, because like you just referenced, the Club World Cup stuff, like, we couldn't even celebrate that. He's going to get to lift the damn World Cup trophy or present the World Cup trophy. Like, that's never been a thing. Like, it's not like that, like the host country president gets to present the trophy. Like, that's never been a thing in the World Cup. It's the president of FIFA that's supposed to do it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do. And I mean, it has a lot to do with the fact that the overwhelming majority of the world hates Trump, and the fact that the overwhelming majority of the world hates America. So I think it's just sort of like this perfect storm that it is worse because of who's involved and the country that it happened to. So, I think all of that it makes it 100 times worse. But I think like that's the thing. Like you just talked about, like 90% of the corruption and all that. That's true, and whatever. But damn it, there's a percentage of me that is so happy that it happened.
Same. Yeah, same.
So,
I mean, I immediately texted you after it happened.
Yeah.
I was like, "Can this be overturned? Like, can we appeal?"
Yeah. Because I mean, the Athletic literally had an article up like right after the match that said you couldn't appeal it, and obviously they didn't do their due diligence because there is a loophole where you can appeal to an independent panel of people and they can overturn it. And I mean, that to me that makes sense, but I think it's just so much the way that it was tried to be stamped out in the beginning, like you said, and then the way that it came out, and the fact that literally the first reports were the U.S. government was involved in it, and then it delved into Trump was involved in it, and then it delved into Trump holding a press conference, Trump sending out tweets. And I told you that as soon as that tweet came out, I said, he's going to take all the credit for this, Jason.
I know.
Thinking bit of it because he's
I know, and I think that's what I was trying to really say at the end was just like, we don't need him taking credit for anything that the guys are doing on the field.
Correct.
And like, I don't want him involved. Like, I don't either.
Yeah.
I want the credit to go where the credit is going to go. And he's just got to insert himself in any way. And like, and there is a part of me that's like, maybe you think you're helping and whatever, but like, you've just marred it. Like, I mean, I think we'll still all be happy about it. Like, if say the United States somehow won the World Cup, right? Like, that's a long road. But if they won it, is there always a little blip? Like, to every other nation, there's going to be a little asterisk by it. And it maybe we'll do good enough past this game if we beat Belgium tonight. But if Belgium beat us, they just could be like, okay, we fought FIFA's corruption and
we won.
So then is there a narrative of like football won? It's just
there will be.
It's the stain of it that I just hate, and I'd rather not have the stain for the most part, but also I'd rather have Balogun too. So it's like one of those things. It's like if you gotta go through this to have Balogun, is like that the way we want to go through it to have Balogun? I don't know. Yeah. I haven't worked all that out in my head, but I still feel all of these things very keenly where I'm just like, I don't want it to be. If it was another team and they lost, like if it was another team and it reeked of corruption, I'd probably be rooting against them. And so now we're the villains of the tournament. If we beat Belgium tonight, it'll be even worse. And if Belgium beat us, it'll be like, okay, well, football won. And I just hate that that's the narrative that's been created, even though, like I've said a million times, I'm so happy Balogun's in the thing because that gives us a chance to win. But then with that comes the stain. So I'm of two minds, but I believe all these things at the same time.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you talk about it being stained. If we beat Belgium tonight, we have Spain in the next round. Odds are then you're going to play France to get to the final. So, and then you will probably be playing either Argentina or England in the finals. So
I think I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you beat Argentina or England in the finals. I don't know. You could probably put an at maybe, but we would have literally beaten.
We will have earned it. Yeah.
We will have earned it. You would, say you play Argentina in the finals. Argentina's number one ranked team in the world. I'm pretty sure France is number 2. Spain's in the top 5. England's in the top. I don't know if they're in the top 5. I know they're in the top 10. So you would have literally ran the gauntlet. It wouldn't have been like we were in the easy side of the bracket like Chelsea was, in the FA Cup this year and just walked the competition. No. We went through hell to get to where we were. And so
this is the first big test of it, like tonight.
It is.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think that helps me. Yeah. We will have that's a lot of odds to go against. But
exactly.
If you beat the odds, and it's not like Balogun wouldn't have been available for the next game anyway.
Correct.
Right? So
yeah,
like now we just gotta hope that he doesn't get injured tonight and somehow he gets out of the next game. Because I'd rather not have him for this game and have him for the next game in some ways. Even though Belgium is, they're not as good as they used to be, but they're no slouch either. So
they're not. I mean, they haven't, like, I've watched a couple Belgian matches. They haven't looked great. And I mean, it's weird to say. I texted you this other night, and I was talking to the guy at the card shop about this the other day too, and I was like, I have never seen, or nor did I ever think I would see in my lifetime, a United States men's team that could press effectively like they did. Like, our press is better than England's press. Like, it is a damn good press. And it goes to show you, like, and this is the weird thing, and I'm not going to take credit for coming up with this thought. This is not original. I've gathered this from Twitter, but that maybe, just maybe, Poch's style of play, it's not conducive to a Premier League or League On season or something like that, because it is very demanding. It is very high intensity. But over 10 matches in the World Cup, where you get a week off in between matches, or most of them, sometimes it's 4 days or whatever, his style of play is more conducive to that. So it actually works better, and you get players to buy into that system. And it's sort of like, it's the perfect storm for like the Americans to achieve this. Like, it's weird. I don't think, I'm not saying we're going to win the World Cup. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we're playing the best football I've ever seen America play. We're not just sitting 5 defenders back and playing on the counterattack the whole damn match. Like, I think if we play France, that would be one of the funnest matches of the World Cup, because it would just be a wide open sprint. And I would still think France would probably beat us like 4-2, 5-2, maybe, even because Tim Ream can't keep up with Mbappé. They would, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, we're playing a really damn good football right now. And I'm enjoying watching it. And it's fun. It's just fun to watch the United States play right now, which I never thought I would say.
Yeah, normally it feels like watching Chelsea, like you said earlier, and like Potch Chelsea too. But yeah, I think just about every team has brought it to this tournament, and it is nice to talk about the U.S. as potentially being up there with the big dogs, like for a tournament. And I like that. Maybe Potch's style of play is conducive to, like, in a tournament where you're just sprinting through games. Maybe that's enough to just put other teams off their game enough to where they can't really. In a season, people can figure it out, but like in a tournament, anything could happen, and there's emotion and pageantry and crowds and weather, and you just played a shit ton of stuff, and like you've got a lot of stress on you. So yeah, it is fun, and the U.S. men's team is up for it this year too, and that is huge. I think mentally, like, they're playing well and they're confident, and that has really been, I think, kind of the defining factor of what you're saying. It's just fun to watch them click.
And we sing country roads.
Very good. Although, like, I like the each team's like thing that's happening after the thing, because we got country roads the other day. England got Wonderwall last night. Like, that is great. Like, they're a bunch of English fans singing Wonderwall in the Azteca. Like, that's crazy to me. Brilliant. Yeah. Norway doing their row celebration with Haaland leading the drum. Like, that's awesome, man. I am for it. Like, I am pro. Like if a team wins, just celebrate the shit out of that, man. This is huge. This World Cup feels huge too, and I think that's why, like, it's been so fun to watch the tournament, because it hasn't been the drab like we all were told it was going to be. It, like, genuinely has just been, everyone has just fully embraced it, and it's just been awesome.
And that's a good point. Is like maybe the expectation, because I know you and me, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast or not, but I know you and me have private conversations off air about like we just weren't excited about the World Cup. Like
Yeah.
we were sort of like, it's the world. Like we should probably be more excited about this, but we're really not excited about it. But and maybe that's just what it was. We just set the bar so low, and we like their expectations were down here because of everything we were reading online about ticket sales and the controversies surrounding it. But like it's been the complete opposite of everything that people predicted it would be. Like so
to watch all the rest of the world too, and even people that aren't watching the World Cup are like, have you seen all the people like on TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah.
And how much fun they're having, and like they're going to the games and they're talking about they went to Waffle House and they're talking about they went to Buc-ee's and they're talking about they went to Walmart and they're talking about all these things. Like, have you seen them? And I'm like, yeah, like because it literally is the world sport. Like we get to experience this most of the year.
Yes.
Like just the sheer amount of fandom around it. And I think that's been awesome too, because it has shown us in a good light in spite of geopolitics and things of that nature and war. and it also shows like the fandom around football and how passionate people can be about it. And so there's a lot to love about it, in spite of maybe it's like you said, politics have gotten more into the World Cup over the last year. In spite of the world politics, we're all coming together to watch our favorite teams play. And it's kind of it's a unifying thing when it feels increasingly like we're not unified anymore. And so for that, I think it's been crazy successful. I like even I'm just like thinking about the logistics of like doing this across 3 countries, and not just any 3 countries. Like America is huge, and just thinking about the amount of travel that is happening across our ginormous nation, like because Haaland was in Dallas and then had to go play in New Jersey, right? Like these teams are like bouncing around like one of the bigger continents, right? And so it's just kind of amazing the logistics that they all have gotten right. And then like even the stories about how the English team apparently like pretended to book themselves into 15 hotels and the fans still found them.
Yeah.
So the Mexican fans are just outside of their hotel like the entire night, But then like showing the celebrations of England at like 4 a.m, and you and I were talking about that because you said something really good just about how people complain all the time about or people were complaining this World Cup about the time differences. And we're just like, we do this every weekend. Like we have to deal with this every weekend because it's just so nice to be able to watch it at a decent time for us, and I could go to bed. But like if we were watching the U.S. in another part of the world, and we have before, we would be up at 4 a.m. and like just not understanding. Like I hope that it permeates into American soccer culture, and I hope that soccer can be a bigger thing in this sport. We already compete with a bunch of big sports, and I don't think it'll ever be that level. But it has been really fun.
I mean, speaking from experience of having a daughter that went through the process of soccer in America for years and years and years, it will never be as big as it is in the world because it is a money-making thing now in America. It's not – the soccer in America is for middle/upper class people now. It is not a game of the people as it is in these other countries where you see people coming from, you hear about it every year, like people coming out of poverty, like Neymar, like where he grew up, like
and soccer's all they had when they were from a young age.
Exactly. So that's all they had, and that's what brought them out of poverty. And you hear about that in other sports in America, but the way soccer, like with football, you hear it. You don't hear it a lot with baseball because baseball is very similar to soccer, and that is a money-making sport. But like with football, basketball, you hear about it as well. But it's one of those things that, like, if you don't market it to your whole entire population, it's never going to be a thing. And like, if anybody wants to go listen to Landon Donovan talk about it, I'm not the biggest Landon Donovan fan, but his thoughts about soccer are great. But you were talking about travel and just how crazy it was. So I Googled it right quick. Wait, let me read it so I don't get this wrong. Yeah. So next World Cup's in Spain, right? And the statistic I looked up was what is the comparison between Spain and Texas? Texas is 34% larger than Spain. That's just one of our states.
Right.
Just one of our freaking. And so everybody's going to be traveling around Spain is going to be a lot better, but it's like, that's America. Like, that's what people don't think. People are like, why don't you have a rail system? Well, that's why. Because we're freaking spread out all over the place, you know? So it's crazy. I don't know. It is. It's been fun.
Yeah, my wife and I have been to London a few times, and we've heard from people that live in England that they just don't drive that much, and to go to like even go see family or something. So they just see people. It like for us, you and I live a couple hours apart, and we don't see each other as often as we like, but we still make the time, and it's not that bad of a drive, right? And so, but like you just kind of have to because it's a way of life over here. So I'm looking up states with a similar square mileage to England, because even like the teams that have to travel between stadiums, Alabama, New York, North Carolina, Iowa, and Illinois. All Alabama's the closest. It's like 52,000 square miles compared to 50,000 square miles. Which probably means Mississippi's probably pretty similar because
because we're pretty similar to Alabama.
It literally mirrors the state. So you have these states that are still just a little bit bigger, only a couple of thousand square miles more than England, but like I've driven from the Gulf Coast up into like in the South, like covering whole states sometimes in a day. So it's kind of it's not, but it is kind of amazing, like the sheer how big our country is. Like we have states that are bigger than countries.
Right. It is. Like, I mean, I know whenever, like last summer I went to Hawaii, we drove around the entire freaking island, and it's just like, and that took forever. And so I don't know. It's one of those things. Like it's just the way the United States is. It is what it is, and I don't know. But
from a logistical thing, the vastness of the country has not put it down. It's also been interesting too because like we're playing in football stadiums, and so almost every single game, or at least every single game played in the U.S., is on a very similar or the exact same dimensions of field, which is kind of cool because you just don't have that normally.
Because you go to England, it'll be the same way in Spain too. You'll have the pitches will be different sizes because they're soccer specific stadiums, and and then like you can be like Chelsea and move your boards in closer to the pitch line so teams can't take long throw-ins against you because you can't defend them. So
training's not the issue, Daniel. It's definitely just the pitch.
It's just the pitch. It's just the pitch.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it has been a fun World Cup. I mean, I do feel like the officiating has been pretty dog shit for the most part. Like, and like
one of the blemishes for sure.
If you want to look at just how shit the officiating is, just go watch the Paraguay France match from the other night. There is no more. I will point to that match as being the worst officiated match of soccer. One of the worst I've ever seen, like live in person, where a ref just calls one-sided fouls, doesn't card the team that's being the aggressor. Like how France ended up with 3 yellow cards and Paraguay none is just beyond me. And then I don't know, man. I can't. Like with the state of officiating is terrible.
Even in the England Mexico game last night, it felt very one-sided. Mexico barely got any yellows called against them except until the very end, and it was like really
right in the last little bit they got one.
So it's like if you just looked at it, you're like, well, they got yellows, but I mean the amount of shit talking they were able to do to the ref versus England having anything to say about anything, and he handed out several disciplinary yellows to English players and not to the Mexican players. That was incredible to me. I was so infuriated by that. But Tuchel came out and complained about it too. He said that it's erratic and the referees are not good.
Saw that. And you knew that was going to happen though, because it's like in Azteca. So clearly the referee is going to be influenced by the fans. Like it happens.
Very
like
home crowd.
Yeah, the homiest of home crowds. Like one of the few crowds you don't want to play in front of. Like those, and like this is coming from a guy that's a U.S. fan that has watched U.S. players be punched in the nuts, have their ankles like nothing ever gets called. Like we call the game CONCACAF because that's what happens over here. We get CONCACAF all the time when we play Mexico. But yeah, like I knew it was going to be bad. Like shout out to God, I can't believe I say this on this freaking podcast. Shout out to Declan Rice for Declan, for playing the majority of the match on a yellow card for getting a high boot in the first freaking. I think it's in the first 3 minutes of the match or fourth minute he got the yellow card, and I still don't know if he kicked him or not because Fox is such shit at showing replays. And I don't know, but like Jude finally had a game last night for England. One of his better games that I've ever seen him play, and I hate Jude Bellingham. I think he's like, I don't know, him and Mbappé are like a couple perfect match made in freaking heaven. Them two with their attitudes that they have. I'm just saying Cole Palmer would have scored about 4 goals last night. So, Palmer would have had 4, where Jude only had 2. But I am glad he had a good game. Instantly made like a 50% profit on one of his cards sold as soon as the match was over with. So hey, I made some money last night because Jude had a good match. So, just saying that was okay. But I don't know. What else is I don't know what I was going to say about the World Cup. I don't remember what I was going to say. I don't know. It's been fun though. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. We got the U.S. Belgium tonight. Which will be fun to watch.
I was just looking it up. Sorry, caveat.
Oh,
no. I was looking up how many yellows have been given this World Cup compared to past World Cups. In last World Cup, there's about 3.5 per match. In this World Cup, there's about 2.5 per match.
Now there are more reds this World Cup though.
Okay.
I think last World Cup only had like 1 or 2 red cards, and there's already been a shit ton in this.
There was a thing that happened in, I guess, England. I don't know about the other leagues, but they stopped if a player gets in front of another player and then flops as the other player like kind of bumps up against them. They've stopped really calling those fouls. So unless it's Arsenal, that's true. But it's been pretty noticeable from what I've observed in this World Cup that they have very clearly are not calling things just to call stuff anymore. So I wonder if that has an effect on the average. It seems to me, seems like it does. But.
And I mean, like it's like, and I think this is the problem I have is the inconsistency in the officiating. And I know that's going to happen when you have to have, you have 32 teams. Well, you're in the knockout, but before that, you have 64. So that means you had to have 32 officials, just center refs, plus the 2 ARs, plus the 4th official, plus the ones that are in there's a shit ton of officials, and every official has their different style. So I understand there's going to be some inconsistencies, but like whenever I see Messi cleat a guy in his calf muscle in the very first match and it doesn't get called as a red card when it was a blatant red card, that doesn't even get a yellow for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like VAR clearly saw that. Like, how did they not go back and review that, but they go back and review the Balogun call? It's because of like certain players get special treatment, certain teams get special treatment. Like I don't know. I can't stand it. Like, it's the dumbest. Like, the FIFA president should not be coming out saying his heart's racing because he wanted Argentina to win. Like, that he was rooting for Argentina when they were playing Cape Verde. Like, he should be completely unbiased and neutral. Like, he's here for the game. Like, he's there to watch it. You're not here to cheer for anybody. You can't be biased. I'm sorry. It's just like you're in that position. You're not allowed to be biased. You have to be completely unbiased. Like, you should be cheering for Cape Verde because that's a Cinderella story. People will follow that more than freaking Argentina.
Exactly.
I don't understand. It's
people are way more willing to watch.
Right. But
yeah, it's kind of hard. Can you bank on Messi? I mean,
he keeps doing older. It. I don't understand it.
Yeah. He is older. He is one of, but like, if you have a team that beat Messi, that comes from like a 500,000 population country, I think people will tune into that game more than they might the next. You'll get a bigger rating. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
Next game.
I don't know. It's been a fun World Cup. The Golden Boot race is amazing right now. Haaland, Messi, Mbappé all on 7. Kane is one behind them on 6. And it is just absolutely, they just keep doing whatever the other one does. Like, they just keep matching each other. And it's like, I don't know, I love watching it because, like, Messi will score 1, well, then Mbappe scores 1, then Haaland scores 1. Like, Haaland needs 2 goals to catch Messi and Mbappe. He scores 2 goals, and one of them was just an absolute banger from outside the box. And
just
Haaland, I hate that he freaking plays for Manchester City, but he is one of my favorite footballers in the world right now. The dude is just so goofy and just he is the exact opposite of Mbappe. Like, he's not an asshole. Like, he is slightly arrogant. Like, you can see sometimes, like, when he scored that second goal, like, just not celebrating because he's like, I know I'm that damn good. Man. Like,
he just turned around and smirked.
Right. But he does it in a funny way. Right. He just turned around and smirked. He just did it in a funny way. Like, he's not sitting there yelling at the other players, like, who are you? Like, taunting them, after Mbappe scored his goal or whatever. But, like, he's just fun. He's like the kind of guy that you would just love to hang out with on the weekend. Like Haaland in a cowboy hat is hilarious.
Haaland in Dallas, man, that would have been so fun hanging out with that guy.
Dude, he is like, I love Haaland. I really hope his transfer to Madrid comes sooner rather than later, so I can start cheering for him more. But because like he's like this weird anomaly. Like, the dude will literally not touch the ball for like 20 minutes. And then he just starts scoring goals. And then he won't touch the ball for the rest of the match. Like,
I mean, that match, he didn't touch the ball for like an hour.
Yeah, I think the stat during that match was he is 1 goal for every 13 touches of the ball in the World Cup.
He upped his average last game. It was 14 at the beginning of the game, and then
and it came down because I think it started out at 13, then went up to 14, then he scored the second goal and it went back down to 13 or something like that. So but Norway England is going to be a fun match. I'm stoked about that. Is that
going to be great?
Is that Saturday or Friday?
Yes,
I think it's Saturday. Is it Saturday?
I think you're right.
Because it's weird because I'm pretty sure. If the U.S. it's weird because if the U.S. wins tonight, we play Friday. And Norway and England played yesterday, and they play Saturday. Like, I'm assuming it has to do with travel. That's the only thing I can sort of figure out. I don't know where that because that match is in Los Angeles. That's what it is. And then England and Norway's in Miami. So, So anyway, World Cup's going great. Going to watch the U.S. play tonight. I'm going to drink some PBRs and have a grand old time. So,
how you? I guess like here at the end, how are you feeling about the U.S. Belgium game? Now that we're at full strength, controversy aside, how are you feeling?
I have been one of those more optimistic people about this. Like, I have felt that we could beat Belgium with or without Balogun. Although I did think that Pulisic was way coming off the bench. Somebody was going to have to step up, But I've always felt like we can beat Belgium. I think we'll win 2-1. It's my prediction. Don't take that. Because we know how terrible I am at predictions. Really bad. But I do think we will beat Belgium, and Spain will be a fun match Friday night.
Oh man, that
Give me something to do Friday.
I know. I'm already like trying because I think, I think the U.S. has a great chance.
Just kidding. It's Friday at 2, Jason.
Okay.
In the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense because that was the game. I am trying to take off work also on Thursday because I want to watch the France-Morocco match because I think that will be a pretty fun match.
That is going to be an underrated fun match.
Yes. And Morocco are pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, but that one's at 3. So I might be able to go in early and just get off. Then that frees me up to take off Friday afternoon to watch the USA play. But if Belgium win, I probably won't take off. But if the US win,
same.
The
US win, so there's a good chance I'm taking off Friday afternoon too.
Yeah, it'll determine my day. So I might just go to Buffalo Wild Wings and get all you can eat apps and just sit there and watch the match. So that might be Friday. I'll see if my wife wants to have a US centric football date.
There you go. There you go.
But they have to win tonight first. And
let's not count our chickens forward.
Whatever they say. The thing about this tournament is that for most of the matches, I have believed in every team going into it. And I think that has been part of the fun as well, is every team has a way that they can beat the other team. And so I don't put it past Belgium. I don't put it past the U.S. I think the U.S. will edge them out. And that's my hope. And I will be rooting for that. And like you said, I don't think the asterisk will be as big if we do it decisively and if we continue to beat teams down the road, because we've got a really, really hard road ahead of us.
Very hard. We're on the hard side of the bracket for sure.
But let's not count our chickens yet. So we got some things to do tonight. I think the U.S. can pull it out.
Roberto Martinez is already gone from Portugal.
Yeah, makes sense. That was a really poor display. I'm even wearing Portugal colors right now. They were wearing kind of a maroonish. That was really, really poor display today. That was awful.
He's a terrible coach. He's terrible. Did you now, perhaps the funniest moment of the World Cup, did you happen to see what happened to Jordan Henderson after the match last night?
No. Did he fall? Is that the thing where he fell?
Yes. So Jordan Henderson, not only during the match gets a yellow card, wasn't even on the pitch. Probably for
wait, was he the guy in the bib that he just that the ref just tried to yell at?
That was Jordan Henderson. Got the yellow card. Okay. Then after the match, England, of course, jumps the barricade to go sing Wonderwall with their fans. Dan Burns comes back to the barricade, and because Dan Burns is a lanky son of a bitch, just like 6'7" with ease, just steps over the barricade. Well, Jordan Henderson's like trotting behind him and tries to jump over the barricade, slips and falls on his arm. Rumor is he has broken his arm. He is out for the rest of the tournament. He spent the night last night in Mexico with one of the training staff in the hospital, and the rest of the team flew back to wherever their camp is, and he's still in Mexico because he has like a broken arm.
Hospitalized after several. Holy shit. Yeah. I just saw like an article where they were interviewing a player asking about another player falling, and I thought it was like a ha-ha. I just didn't even read about it. Oh my gosh.
I'll send you the video. Article. I'll send you the video when we get off of here.
Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Because it is hilarious. Like, I'm just like, I don't wish injury on people or, wish people to get hurt, but like, you're a professional footballer. If you can't get over a barricade,
holy shit, man. Well, he is 36.
He is 36. You are right.
Okay. This is from USA Today, which is like, they have ad herpes when you go to their site. So don't go there. But this was like 2 hours ago. He fell while jumping over the advertising board. He was stretchered off the field, received oxygen, and was taken to a hospital for surgery. Tuchel described the injury as serious and said he would miss the remainder of the World Cup. Did not travel back with the team, like you said, and remained in Mexico. Although he was an unused substitute, he received the yellow. So everything that you said, they had this as an update, and I thought there was going to be more to it, but yeah, it's basically everything that you said.
Well, apparently,
That's
I just went to look for the video, and apparently it got taken down. I'll have to go do a little digging. I can find it.
Good Lord.
But
that is incredible. Holy shit. Yeah. What a dork.
Yep. Definitely a dork.
Wow.
I mean, that's what he gets for taking freaking Jordan Henderson for no reason. I will say this. Some of Tuchel's decisions have not been the best. Like, and I mean, like I don't know, like an English defense is trash. Like, they are so bad.
They're lucky they didn't concede another.
They're lucky Nico Riley didn't get sent off last night. I don't know if you've seen it, but he, like, I do find, see, this is just goes to, again, to show you the state of officiating. There's a clear point where Nico Riley elbows the Mexican player in the mouth, and the Mexican player starts holding.
Oh, it's on the jump?
No.
This was a different one.
No, this was.
I remember this.
This is different. This was on the sidelines right before the second half hydration break, and Nico, who I love, I'm a huge Nico Riley fan, just elbows them, just gives him a quick elbow right to the jaw and like busts his lip. And the Mexican dude goes up to the ref like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And the ref gets.
I remember seeing that. Okay.
They didn't show the elbow on the broadcast.
Exactly.
It was, I saw it afterwards, like on Twitter. So, like, it's one of those things. Like, they're lucky they weren't down to 9 men last night, because I mean that would have been a clear red card. So,
that's incredible.
It is. It's insane, man. Like, just the state of officiating in this World Cup, and like that doesn't go to VAR. Why doesn't VAR intervene right there? Like, right. I mean, like, I didn't want England to lose. Don't get me wrong. Like, I wanted England to win. I hate Mexico with every fiber that's in my body. I wanted England to win that match. But at the same time, it's like this officiating. It just goes to show you how terrible it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Man, I'm reading a Reddit thread about Jordan Henderson now. Somebody said, yellow card and long-term injury all while on the bench is a pretty successful evening. And then somebody else said, looked like his arm snapped. Other people are saying wrist, but
there was the original rumor I heard was wrist, and then later I read I didn't read it from the USA Today, but I read the report that it was his arm that was broken, and like they had to give him. I heard the oxygen part and stuff like that. So.
That is incredible, man. My God. That's why they tell the players not to jump over those screens.
Dan Burn didn't. He just stepped up.
I mean, the dude is a giant. He's allowed to do that.
Giant. He is a freaking giant.
Jordan Henderson, I know you're in like probably peak physical condition for your age, but you're still 36 damn years old. Just chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
What an idiot. Oh, there's an Instagram. I don't like watching this shit. Oh, he slipped.
You can't really see
it.
Did you see it? I never could really see it.
Oh, dude, this is bad.
Just send me a link.
It's his forearm. It's gone.
It's gone.
Oh my God, dude. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. I hate stuff like that. What a dork. I just sent you the video. Ugh. Well, we're going to let Daniel watch this in real time, but that was disgusting. He slips and goes.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Forearm gone. Yep. Yeah.
He put all his weight on one arm. His entire arm goes the opposite way.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had not seen that
folded
version of it. Yeah. That one was closer up than the ones I'd seen. Yeah, that's definitely a forearm. Like you said, it's probably what is that, your ulna and your radius, Jason? Isn't that what those two phones are called right there?
Yes, I don't
Radius,
know.
believe.
It was here. It looks like in the video. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like a wrist to me. It looks here.
No, it's straight in the middle.
The middle. Somebody said shows up, does nothing, gets booked, breaks wrist, leaves.
Yep. Pretty much.
My God. What
the story of Jordan Henderson's 2026 World Cup.
On one of England's great victories, and you do that shit. That is embarrassingly sad. That's disgusting.
I wonder if it's too late for him to bring in Palmer now.
Yeah, I mean the yellows reset after the quarters, right? So like, can your roster reset? After
reset the roster. Bring Palmer in.
Oh, amazing.
Yep. Oh,
what a masterclass! Holy shit! I don't know, man. Let's just end on Jordan Henderson being a total turd. Like, what a dork. I hope that he's okay. I'm not. Yes. I'm laughing at the situation. Really, I'm not. I'd never want to break my arm like that, so I'm not laughing at him.
For sure.
Like it's funny when you break it down into its smallest components.
Yeah.
Like, and you put that together as the story of Jordan Henderson on one of England's great victories. That's the funny thing. But I'm like you. I don't want anybody injured. And that's another reason why I want Balogun to play. I want full squad versus full squad every time. Like every time Chelsea play, I want to say we beat them at their best. And I don't want anybody ever to get hurt like that. So I hope he's okay. I mean, it sounded brutal if you needed the oxygen and stuff. So
yeah, I will say this: there's an exception to the rule of I don't want players injured. And Pochettino, if you listen to this, before the match tonight, and we're up, say we're up like 4-0, 5-0 in the second half, like I hope we are, and I would like for you to send. Not one of the starters. I can't name too many people on the bench for the U.S. team, but I would like for you to just throw in a scrub, let them go play. Somebody that will never see another. Send in one of the backup goalkeepers. There you go. Send in Matt Turner. Yes, send in Matt Turner. And I would like for Matt Turner to personally go out and just drop kick Romelu Lukaku right in his knee. Like, I'm talking full studs up, double drop kick right to Lukaku's knee to where he can never play football again. Because he can't run away from you, Matt. He's too fat. I'm just going to tell you, he's too fat, can't run away from you. But if you could do that for me tonight, Matt Potch, that would be fantastic. So.
Right in the knee.
Yeah. Double leg drop right to the freaking knee, man.
That's my favorite part. Just right in the knee. Just targeted injury. Please take him out.
Yep.
I know we got two snakes on the Belgium team.
Oh yeah, Courtois there. But see, I feel like Courtois has been so long that I've had enough time to get over Courtois.
I'm never forget the Chelsea way.
Yeah, true. And I mean, I still don't like Courtois, but
the dude could at least back up how good he was.
Right.
Lukaku can't really say that.
And likes donuts. Yeah. Like, that's the problem. So, I mean, I like donuts, and I'm fat, but you don't see me getting paid millions of dollars to play football every year.
Exactly. In the context in which we live, donuts for us is okay.
Yes, exactly. Donuts are rather enjoyable. I love donuts.
I had 2 today.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, Lukaku, you should be jealous too, but you don't play for us anymore, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But he's not jealous because he gets his own. That was my follow-up.
Yeah. I was sort of hoping that while we were still on here, I know it's still a little early, but I was hoping that the lineups would drop. Because there was a rumor, somebody brought up a good point. It's like, will Potch start Balogun? Because they had already started game planning with somebody else being up front. So it's like, or do you just start them? Like, I don't know.
I guess they've been releasing the lineups an hour before.
It's been a little earlier than an hour for the World Cup.
But, so we're not quite.
Not quite
We're not
there.
quite in the realm. It's about an hour and a half
out.
before kickoff here. So
30 minutes out from the lineup.
yeah.
But
any rumors going around on the lineup right now?
No, that's what I was looking for.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know. At least with Chelsea, there's usually some leaks. I can at least get a couple people.
The predicted lineup, though, from Thought Mob has it up front.
Yep.
Man, the Belgian squad, they got some pretty good people in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just getting a little older these days.
They are. Belgium is a very old squad, so
just getting a little older.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
All right. We're gonna do podcast on Thursday.
Podcast on Thursday
this week. We will talk about Chelsea transfer. We will address the Enzo Fernandez situation and the shit show that has become. We will talk about some of the other transfers, the ins and outs, and some of the other rumors. We'll talk about Andre Santos and what we think about that. And all the other ins and outs that have happened since we talked last Monday. So there's been a few things go down, but if you want to hear our thoughts on Enzo Fernandez and you want to hear a shorter podcast, that's on Thursdays. Monday, we talk for a long time. So deal with it.
Yeah. Deal with it.
Anyway, tell the people where they can find us, Jason.
X, Instagram, Substack, at Red White Blues FC on all things. Check us out, and we'll check you out.
And we are on Apple, Spotify, wherever this is your podcast at, Amazon too. YouTube. That's the other one I did. I couldn't think of the other one I did. We're on YouTube. So like, subscribe, follow, turn the little bell on so you can watch Jason and his beautiful smile every episode. And until next time, we'll get you guys and gals on the flip side.
Let's go USA. Hat trick for Balogun against Belgium. Controversy aside, flippity floppity.